Does it take you too long to come? My name is Victoria Bartovich, and I'm the director at Yoni Elixir. I've also been a somatic sexologist for the past 9 years. And in my time as a practitioner, I've come across lots of women that have had this experience that they take so long to come that perhaps their partner is not interested, or that they feel that they are embarrassed and that they don't want to experience perhaps oral sex or anything like that that actually has them step into orgasm, or even that they're faking their orgasm. So I'm a big advocate for not faking anything inside of the sexual space and really learning how to have the conversations that it takes to build confidence and to create the sex life that you really want to have. So first of all, let's just bust this myth around taking too long to come. There is really no such thing as being able to take too long to come. There is an experience of feeling like you are uncomfortable, as there is like a buildup of sensation that happens. And this is the beautiful thing about an orgasm, is it's not often the intense sensation that creates an orgasm. If you ever see how vibrators are created, they're usually created with a vibration and a stop, a vibration and a stop. And it's like, vuv, 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 right? And what that is they're really working with the experience of the female body, which is learning to take that breath and then feel the pulse and the tension. So the tension comes and it relaxes, and tension comes and it relaxes, and that's actually what creates an orgasm. So what we want to be doing when we're working with this experience of feeling like we're receiving oral sex and we're not coming, or feeling like we're being fingered or touched on our vulva and we're not coming, or we are alone and we're touching ourselves and we're not coming, is playing with that experience of the touch and release, the intensity and release, and using both the breath as a way of activating that part of the body, and also working with the part of the body which is physical touch. So touching the body perhaps with some friction and release, friction and release, or you can even try with the vulva, squeeze and release, and maybe even patting, creating rhythm. The body really responds to rhythm, because what we're looking to do when we are having this experience of wanting to come is actually going into that trance-like state. If we stay up here and the energy is in our mind, we're never actually going to have the experience of being able to let go to have an orgasm. But if we're able to tap into that trance-like space, what you'll find is that you're able to come out and just really something will happen by going through into the trance space. And you might start off with like perhaps weaker orgasms, and then what they'll do is, as the blood flow is able to come into this area of the body, is that orgasm will then expand and be able to experience more of itself. So with Yoni Elixir, my product, it's actually filled with ashwagandha, which increases libido, and it also has some other herbs in there that actually bring more potency to this area. So it calms the nervous system down, increases the libido, works as an aphrodisiac. And what happens when you use this is that you're bringing engorgement and blood flow into the yoni. So the more you utilize that along with these tips that I'm offering, the more you're going to experience the capacity to be able to activate the body in this way. And what you'll find after time is that once you've found your pathway into your trance, into your orgasm, there's no longer going to be this feeling of like stuck in the head of like, oh, am I going to come? Am I going to get stuck here? And you'll actually just be able to trust the body knows what it's doing, and that you don't have to overthink anything. But just remember the two things that you need to remember from this video is coming into trance-like state through creating a pulse and stop, or and shifting, squeezing, whatever that looks like. And then the second one is blood flow. So bring in the blood flow, the tapping, the squeezing, all of those things, bring more blood flow into that area. And then that is what's going to allow the potency of the orgasm to build so that you can actually come. If you're finding the experiences that you still not be able to come, what you're probably looking at is that somebody, whoever's pleasuring you, is not bringing their presence into that area, or they are going too hard. So they're like, if they're licking, it's like, and it's non-stop, and it's not actually taking that break so that the body can actually relax into the orgasm. So it's like an intensity that's creating overwhelm in the body so that the orgasm can't actually happen. So just remember, to orgasm, you need to be able to, yes, feel the intensity and the pleasure rising, but also relax. And some women have this sort of hypertension in their yoni, where there's like it's almost like the yoni is anxious, so it's unable to actually have that pulsing and releasing. So that's what we're looking for inside of the experience of pleasure and orgasm. Let me know how you go with those. Please email me if you have any challenges with this. I do one-on-one sessions, so yeah, please reach out and we can have a chat.